Now,
Yes.
middle term factorization or factorization of trinomials, as I was saying, the two criterion I already explained to you.
Yes.
Can you see us? Will you mute all your sounds, please? We won't be able to hear anything.
I'm just having very much problem.
Now, uh, now in middle term factorization, I told you that you need the condition that needs to be satisfied is that it has to be descending powers of x or descending powers of y starting from 2. Okay, so let us coming back to this example, let me just write 3x square minus 5xy minus 12y square. I have written this in descending powers of x. Okay, now I want to factorize this. So what I'll do is the first step in factorizing is that I will multiply the coefficient of the extreme terms first. What are the extreme terms? This 3x square is my extreme term. This 12y square is my extreme term. So I will multiply the coefficient of the extreme term. So I will multiply 3 with 12. Ignore the sign. Okay, so I multiply 3 and 12. So I get 60. Now the idea here is to break 60 into two factors.
So it will be 36, not 60.
Oh, sorry, this is 36. Yes. So this is 36. Okay, now idea here is to break 36 into two factors.
Into 6. So
Please mute all
6.
your sounds. Mute all your
16.
sounds. Okay. Uh,
Okay, sir.
the idea here is to break 36 into two factors such that the sum of the factors has to be minus 5. Okay. So 36 has to be broken up into two factors. Let's see how they can be broken up. So I have 36. See, 36 can be broken up as 1 into 36. So your first factor is 1, the other factor is 36. Now 1 and 36 cannot give me minus 5. Whether you take minus 1 and plus 36. So minus 1 and plus 36 will give you what? Plus 35, right? It is not giving me minus 5.
Sir, I can't understand this one. Can you again explain me this one?
Okay, start from the beginning then.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
First, I write this in descending powers of x. 3x square minus 5xy minus 12y square. So I see that the power of x here is 2 in the first term. Then the power of x here is 1. And then the power of x here is 0. Okay. Now what I do, once I have arranged this in descending powers of x, I multiply the coefficients of the extreme terms. First of all, I see the extreme term. What are the extreme terms? This is one extreme term and this is the other extreme term. This one is my middle term, right? So I see these two only. And in these two, I see their coefficients, 3 and 12. Okay, ignoring the sign. So what I do is I multiply these two. Okay, so I multiply these two to get 36. Till this point clear or not?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
Now the point here is that I have to work with 36. How do I work with 36? I want to break 36 into two factors such that the sum of the factors is this one, minus 5. Is that clear? This one? I
Yes,
repeat,
sir.
I want to break 36 into two factors such that the sum of the factors is minus 5. So let us first give a try. 36 can be written as 1 into 36, two factors. First factor is 1, the other factor is 36. Now, can I get minus 5 from 1 and 36 in any way? If I take this as minus, I take this as plus. What do I get? If I take the sum of these two, the
So
sum of these
minus
two is 35 only.
minus 30.
Not
Minus
minus
30.
Yes,
35.
sir.
Yes.
It is 35, right? So I am not
35.
getting minus 5, right? Now what I do is I take this as plus and this as minus. What is the sum of these two? Minus 35, right? Is it giving me minus 5? No, it is not giving me,
No, sir.
right? If I take these two as plus 1 and plus 36, is it giving me minus 5? No, because plus 36 and
No,
plus 1
sir.
is plus 37. Still, it is not giving me plus 5. And now if I take this as minus 1 and minus 36, will it give me minus 5? No, it's still not giving minus 5
No,
because it
sir.
is giving me minus 37. So
37.
all the combinations, any combination that you take is not giving you minus 5. Okay, so let us try the next factor. The next factor is 2 into 18. Am I right or not? 2 into 18. First
Yes,
factor
sir.
2, second
Yes.
factor 18. Now, can I get minus 5 from 2 and 18 in any way?
No, sir.
We can't
No,
get.
sir.
Whether I take minus
No,
2
sir.
plus 18 or plus 2 minus 18 or minus 2 minus 18 or plus 2 plus 18, still I will not get.
Become 20.
Yes, wait, I'm coming
Not
to
in
that.
any way will get
Okay, I will not get minus
yes,
5, isn't it?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So let us
Yes, sir.
proceed further. 3 into 12. So first factor 3, second factor 12. Will I get
12.
minus 5 from 3 and 12? There is no way.
No,
Whether you
sir.
take
No,
plus
sir.
3 plus 12, there is no way to get minus 5. Let us proceed to the next one then. 4 into 9.
4 9.
4 and 9.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way to get minus 5? Yes, there
Yes,
is if
sir.
I take minus sign and plus 4.
Yes, sir.
So what I do is
Yes, sir.
I write 3x square as it is and I break the middle term as minus 9xy because there is a minus 9 here and there's a plus 4 here. So I write plus 4xy. Can I break this middle term as this or not?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts here? Because this is the main step.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
And I write the last term as it is. Now what I do is now it is only a question of normal grouping. So what I do is I group the first and the second. I group the first and the second and I group the third and the fourth. Okay. Any way you group it will work. Whether you're taking first and second, third and fourth, or even if you take first and third, it will work. Main step is breaking up this 5xy into two factors. Understood? So now what I do is I take out the HCF. What is the HCF of 3x square and 9xy? It is simply 3x. So if I take out 3x from 3x square, I'm only left with x minus, and if I take out 3x from 9xy, I'm left with 3y. Agreed or not? HCF of 4xy and 12y square is 4y. Yes, HCF of these two is 4y. So I'm left with, if I take out 4y from 4xy, I'm left with x. And if I take out 4y from 12y square, I'm left with 3y. Now you see I've got a common factor, x minus 3y. I take out this common factor, x minus 3y. After taking out this common factor,
Please mute.
mute your sounds, please. Mute your sounds. After taking out 3x minus 2y, so x minus 3y is a factor that you take common. And what are you left with? 3x. And you are left with plus 4y. Any step that is not clear?
Sir, I couldn't understand the 3x square minus 9xy step.
You mean this step?
So just before that.
This step you said you could not understand.
No, sir, just before that. Like, sir, just one step before
This
that.
one. This one.
Yes, sir.
That means start from the beginning. See, the point here is that I want to break the middle term. Okay, I've got the factors plus 4 and minus 9. Because of minus 9, I'll write a minus 9xy here. Understood? And because of plus 4, I'll write a plus 4xy. Now is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Because there's a minus 9, I'll write a minus 9xy. Because there's a plus 4, I'll write a plus 4xy. And this one I'll write as it is. Okay. Now I'll group simply first and second. Just as the grouping that we have already done. First and the second we group. Third and the fourth we group. First and the second if you group. And now if you take the HCF, 3x square and 9xy, HCF is 3x. You're left with x minus 9xy divided by 3x is what? 3y, isn't it? And the HCF of these two is 4x. Rather 4y, not 4x. (4y). If you're taking out 4y from 4xy, you're only left with x minus, because you have kept a plus sign outside. This sign won't change. This will remain minus. This sign will remain minus. So you have x minus. And if I'm taking out 12y square, if I'm taking out 4y from 12y square, I'm only left with 3y. This step clear or not? Because if you have not done grouping, this step won't be clear.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
So now
Yes, sir.
x minus 3y is a common factor. I take out x minus 3y. After taking out x minus 3y, I'm only left with plus 3x and a plus 4y. And so this has been factorized. Clear? Let me take one more example to demonstrate this method. It will get a little more clearer. Let us take this. Not the first one. First one is too simple. Let us take the next one. Z square plus 10z plus 24. You see this is a trinomial, consists of 3 terms. Also what you see, the power of z here is 2, the power of z here is 1, and the power of z here is 0. So it can be broken up as middle term into a middle term. It can be factorized by middle term factorization. Okay, so but how to factorize? Okay, this is your middle term, right? You have a 1 here. You look at the extreme terms. You look at this term and you look at this term. Okay. Now you multiply the coefficients of these two. What are the coefficients? The coefficient here is 1 and the coefficient here is 24. So you multiply 1 with 24. So 1 into 24. Is this step clear, or any doubts in this step?
No, sir.
So 1 and 24 I am multiplying to get 24. Now my job is to find two factors of 24 such that the sum of the factors is plus 10. Let's see first factor, 1 into 24. 1 and 24 are the factors. Can 1 and 24 give me 10? It cannot give me 10.
No,
Whatever
sir.
sign you take, it will not give me.
No,
Next is
sir.
2 into 12.
So it will give 25.
Will it give me 10? Yes, it can give me 10. If I take plus 12 and if I take minus 2, I will get plus 10, isn't it? Plus 12 minus 2 is plus 10. So what
Yes,
I do
sir.
is I break this up. I break up the middle term. I break up the middle term as, see, I have a plus 12. So I'll write plus 12z. I have a minus 2. So I'll write a minus 2. And plus 24 I'll write as it is. Okay. Now I'll group z square plus 12z minus I want to keep a minus sign outside, so I'll change the sign within the brackets. This plus sign is going to change to minus because I have introduced brackets. Now what is the HCF of z and 12z? Simply z. If I take out z from z square, I'll be left with z. Plus if I take out z from 12z, I'll be left with only 12. Minus 2z and 24. What is the HCF of 2z and 24? It is 2. Z minus from 24, if I take out 2, I'll get 12. Now see what is the problem here? The problem here is that I am getting z plus 12 and here I am getting z minus 12. Isn't it? Yes. That means I cannot take out the common factor. Can I take
No,
out the
sir.
common? I cannot take out the common factor because I'm getting two different factors here. And even if I introduce a plus sign here, still I'll not get. See, if I introduce a plus sign, I'll get 2. I'll get a minus z plus 12, which still is not your z plus 12, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
That means this factor will not work. I will have to find some other factor. I will have to find some other factor. 2 and 12 will not work. So let us find other factors. Okay. What are the other factors? 3 into 8. Yes. So 3 and 8. Can 3 and 8 give me 10? It cannot give me 10. Whatever sign you take, it will not give me. Right? Agreed or not? 8 plus 3 is 11. Minus 3 plus 8 is plus 5. 3 minus 8
Yes,
is
sir.
minus 5. Minus 3
Yes,
minus
sir.
8 is minus 11. So whatever combination of signs you try, you will not get plus 10.
Yes, sir.
Let us now try 4 into 6. 4 and 6. Will it give me plus 10? Yes. If I take plus 6 and plus 4, it is going to
Plus
give me.
Yes, sir.
4.
It will give 10. Yes, sir. It will give.
So now what I do is I break up the middle term now. Since the first combination did not work, I try the next combination. That is, I'll write z square and break this middle term as, since I've got a plus 6, I'll write a plus 6z. And since I've got a plus 4, I'll write a 4z plus 24. Okay. Now I'll group first and second, third and fourth. Okay. First and second, if I group, what is the HCF of these two? Z square and 6z? Simply z. I get z plus 6 plus, and 4z and 24. What is the HCF? 4. If I take out 4 from 4z, I'll only be left with z. And since I have a plus sign, this plus sign will remain a plus sign here. And if I take out 4 from 24, I'll be left with 6. So am I getting a common factor here or not? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I'll now take out
Yes,
the
sir.
common factor. Z plus 6.
Yes, sir.
Once I take out the common factor, I'll be left with plus z. And here I'll be left with
Plus
plus.
4.
So this has been factorized
Plus
into z plus 6 into z plus 4. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sakina,
Yes,
is it
sir.
clear to you? Sakina, I can't hear your voice.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Sakina is gone or what? Not there. Yes, she's there. Are you hearing me? Yes. So let us continue with the next one. So a little interesting. If you practice this method is a little interesting, and this is the most important method also, because later on you'll be carrying on this method, direct application of this method till your class 10, maybe beyond that also, if you are keeping maths. Okay, so let us do a very simple one. Y square minus 7y plus 12. Okay, I'll continue this tomorrow. Okay, but let me do this one last sum. Okay, so we multiply the coefficient of the extreme term. Here I have a 1 and here I have a 12. So I multiply these two. Okay, I multiply these two to get 12. 1 into 12 is equal to 12. Now I try to break up 12 into two factors. 12, first factor 1 into 12, so 1 and 12. 1 and 12 cannot give me minus 7 in any way. Next is 2 into 6, 2 and 6. 2 and 6, will they give me minus 7? They will not. Any combination you try, it will not give you. 3 into 4, yes, it will give me minus 7 if I take minus 4 and minus 3. Yes,
Yes,
agreed or
sir.
not? Y
Yes, sir.
square minus
Yes, sir.
3y minus 4y
Yes, sir.
plus 12. Okay, so I break up 7y as minus 4y and minus 3y. Now I'll group these two. Y square minus 3y, group the first two. Then group the next two. I'm keeping a bracket, I am keeping a minus sign outside. So clearly this sign will change to a minus sign. Now you take the HCF, y square and 3y, HCF is y minus 3 minus 4y and 12, HCF is 4. You get y minus
সবাইকে খেতে না করে দিচ্ছে একটা ঢেঁড়স নেবো আমি
says
তার জন্য
so I get y minus 3. I'm getting common factor y minus 3. So I take out the common factor y minus 3. If I'm taking out y minus 3 from y into y minus 3, I'm only left with a y here. And if I'm taking out y minus 3 from this, I'm only
minus
left
4
with minus.
minus 4
That means this expression has now been factorized into two factors, y minus
Two
3 into y
factors.
minus 4.
yes
So
sir
I hope